Welcome back, everyone. Realizing the need of the hour for a complete transition of digitization in PSUs and the need for innovations, we have our next panel discussion on innovation in PSUs in the age of digital technology, state PSUs redefining infrastructure and economic development in Odisha. I would like to invite Kartik Sharma, Senior Associate Editor, ETGovernment, to moderate the discussion. Please take the discussion ahead, Kartik. Over to you.
Hello everyone, I am Kartik Sharma, and on behalf of ETGovernment Economic Times, I welcome all of you at the Transforming Odisha Summit. And today we are here for the panel discussion on the topic Innovation in PSUs in the Age of Digital Technology. State PSUs, redefining infrastructure and economic development in the state of Orissa. As we all know that Odisha has some prominent PSUs that are not only serving the needs of the state, but also doing significant contribution in the country's growth and development. And today we have eminent leaders from this PSU sector to discuss on this topic around the innovations in PSUs. Firstly, I would like to welcome the panelists in this panel discussion. I'll start with Mr. Bhupendra Singh Poonia, Managing Director of Industrial Promotion and Investment Corporation of Orissa Limited, IPICOL, and he's also heading the Industrial Infrastructure Development Corporation of Orissa Limited, which is IDCO. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
I also welcome Mr. Pradipta Kumar Swain, who is Chief Executive Officer of Water Corporation of Orissa, WATCO. Welcome, Mr. Pradipta.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I welcome Mr. Sanjay Kumar Srivastava, Chief Executive Officer of Skill Development Institute, SDI, Bhubaneswar. Welcome, Mr. Sanjay.
Thank you. Thank you.
So let's start with the discussion, and let me just start with an experience which we all have witnessed, the COVID-19 pandemic days. And I think though that experience of COVID-19 pandemic was kind of a new experience for all, and PSUs were no less impacted with that pandemic. Let me start with Mr. Poonia. Mr. Poonia, in those 2.5 years, what has been your experience? Because industrial promotion deals with a lot of activities, a lot of promotional events or promotional activities to promote the state. But during those days, how did you manage? And also kindly tell us about the key initiatives in last 2-3 years being taken by your these PSUs in terms of promoting the investment and industrial promotion and building industrial infrastructure in the state of Odisha, please.
So thank you, first of all, for providing us this opportunity. And as you are saying, we know that COVID was very unprecedented, and it impacted everybody in all sectors and walks of life, including industrial production. Initially, there was contraction in industrial activities, but as you have selected a very good topic, very pertinent, is the digital. So somehow this digital, going digital helped us in that way that we could stay connected with our investors and other the clients. So that's how it was kind of hybrid model, as and when there was a situation to have physical meetings and interaction, we did that, and otherwise the digital was the only form. And I'm happy to inform you that during the last 2 years, we have been able to attract investment worth rupees 4.5 lakh crores in last 2 years. So despite, there were challenges, but because we, as our tagline suggests, new opportunities, there are many opportunities in the state of Orissa. So that's how the investment in the traditional sector, where we are leaders, metal and mining. So as you are aware, that we produce around 1/3 of country's steel, iron, and around more than 50% aluminium, and around 1/3 of coal. So, and chromite almost 100%. So considering these natural advantages, we have been able to attract investment in these traditional sectors. Why we are saying traditional sectors? Because our industrialization was geared to this sector only. But in last few years, we have been trying to diversify our economy. And there is a lot of emphasis on the downstream industry, ancillary industry. So more and more value addition can be done in the state, and more employment can be created. So that is one of the basic objective of the economic activity, to provide gainful employment to our citizens. So in that respect, we are emphasizing on agro-processing, apparel, textile, where those industries are labor-intensive industry, and we are getting good traction in those. So these industries are mostly MSME industry, small and medium industries. So there we are getting good response. And now, because IPICOL, again, I am very happy to inform that today is our foundation day. So we have completed 49 years. So we were an investment corporation, and now we are kind of investment promotion agency of the state. So our role has changed over time, but basic is to promote industrialization, to facilitate. So we have been doing, and we will continue to do so on behalf of state of Orissa. As you were saying that adopting digital methods. So in that respect, I will say that there are two aspects of it. One is that we are adopting technology to improve our efficiency, work culture. And second is our interaction with the citizens, investors, entrepreneurs. So there, the all corporations, even private, public, everybody is going towards digital. So we have our own system, online system. We have our office totally online. Apart from that, for our interaction, because that is our major work, there our Go Swift, our single window system, Government of India, Government of Odisha single window system is one of the best in the country, and we are upgrading with the consultation of stakeholders. So that is one thing where at one location, all approvals can be provided to entrepreneurs. So that's how we are adopting digital. Second is grievance redressal. So again, the digital is the way where people don't have to visit our offices for their grievance redressal. And connected to this is ease of doing business, where we can reduce the burden of different regulations. So that EODB, and now the new concept is ease of living. So more and more services can be provided to citizens at their doorstep. So that is part of your first question, where digitally how we are doing. And how IPICOL is successful, or we are trying to attract more and more investment. So this is first is our outreach activities. So we have conduct different road shows in different parts of the country and abroad also. We organize Make in Odisha Conclave. We'll be doing 3rd edition this year in November. And apart from that, from conceptualization, application to commissioning of the project, we provide services in the entire length of the project. Even after that, we have a concept called industry care. The entire department and the senior officers of all PSUs having the their role in providing the infrastructure and other facilities to industries. They visit different industrial areas, interact with MSME entrepreneurs, big industries, large industries to understand the problem. And that's how many of the problems get resolved then and there, and where there are larger implications, we try to resolve, make that the industrialists, entrepreneurs, they can focus on their core job rather than struggling with different approvals or other issues which are beyond their control but impacting their performance. So that's how industry care we are doing. And since IPICOL is a single window at state level, many districts have good potential for MSME sector also. So we have started with 10 district investment promotion agencies in 10 districts. Gradually, we will cover all districts. So they are our counterpart at district level and directly under the control of the district collector. So wherever the small, medium enterprises, micro enterprises, they are facing problem, their grievances can be redressed at this district level. Apart from that, they compile the opportunities available and then share with the potential investors. So that's how they promote and take care of existing industry in different districts. And for last 1 year, 1 year or so, they are there, and feedback is very good and encouraging. So that is our part of the industrial promotion and investment promotion activities. You were also discussing about the providing infrastructure. So our infrastructure, Industrial Infrastructure Development Corporation, IDCO, is tasked with this to provide quality infrastructure that includes road, water, power, and other environmental solid waste management or treatment plants or CETPs. So the task of the Industrial Infrastructure Development Corporation is to provide and create enabling environment infrastructure where industries can start. As you are aware that in Odisha we have major ports. So from north to south, we have the NH, rail corridor, 3 major ports. So focus is on now port-led infrastructure-led industrialization. So at all major port areas, we are developing industrial estates. We are providing all infrastructure. Now, because the gestation period of especially the MSME industry is very small. So they want land and infrastructure at their doorstep immediately. So for that, we are preparing ourselves so that after their application, the grounding of project can start immediately. Similarly, government has invested in Biju Expressway, which runs from Raulkela to Navrangpur district, around 650 kilometers. So now our agriculture belt, we have been investing a lot in the irrigation. So in the Western Odisha, agriculture productivity and diversification is increasing. So this Biju Expressway, we hope that will open up that area and will there large number of food and agro-based industries can come up. Especially now, we have given approval to ethanol plants, so farmers can get remunerative prices, and also that will help us in reducing our carbon footprints and fuel imports. So that we are promoting in the western part of the state. PSU as our growth story, not only of the state, but of our country. It started with PSUs, and so PSUs have to take lead where opportunity exists, where private sector is not capable or not confident to invest. So we have to take the lead. We have to create the new opportunities there and the enabling environment where entrepreneurs are more confident and they can invest. So in that respect, we have to invest first, identify the opportunities, create the infrastructure so the others can follow. So that we are trying to do at IDCO.
That's great to know about such initiatives, and congratulations first of all for the PSU's Foundation Day, sir.
Thank you.
And great to know that how you leverage digital in the COVID period, and now how visionary the schemes are in terms of promoting the investment. Having 4 lakh crores plus investment already is a great thing, and quite nicely goes with the tagline, the new opportunities. Thank you so much. And when we talk about industrial development, water becomes a key aspect. It is always said that the place with plenty of water is prominent place for industrial development. So when we talk about water, the fresh water, when the drinking water, I would like to request Mr. Pradipta Kumar Swain. Can you tell us, Mr. Swain, what has been done till date towards the sustainable management of the freshwater resources in the state of Orissa?
Thank you. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Sir, for sustainable freshwater management, WATCO has undertaken visible works in providing 24/7 water supply under drink from tap mission. So this drink from tap mission aims at to reduce non-revenue water and conservation of water. Also, WATCO has taken up groundwater recharge activities in its jurisdiction. Both these activities are meant for sustainable management of freshwater resources in Odisha. As we know that water is a very scarce and volatile commodity. So these activities for recharging the groundwater regular interventions and reducing the non-revenue water are plays a very vital role for sustainable freshwater management. And also, I will like to say that community involvement in management of drinking water supply assets plays a very key role for success of the water supply system. This is an historic step taken by Government of Odisha and implemented by WATCO. The local self-help group members are selected and engaged on incentive basis for distribution of bills, collection of water charges, ventilation of grievances of consumers, ensuring quality at the consumer end, detecting illegal connections for regularization, and providing new connections. Their role has been proved to be very vital for successful management of water supply system. And as you know that we have adopted smart water supply management in different cities. In Puri, the entire city has been covered under smart water management system, say under drink from tap mission. So this has become the lighthouse project of the country itself. Apart from Puri, now we have taken up another 17 cities, 14 from 3 mineral bearing districts from Keunjhar, Sundargarh and Mayurbhanj, and one from Jajpur, Vaisanagar, 14 from mineral bearing districts, and 3 Katak, Bhubaneswar and Berhampur. So we have taken up those activities in these 17 towns. Now the works are under execution. So we are very careful and preventing the wastage in water supply management is the key, very key point to be addressed for freshwater management. As you know that water, although this globe is full of water, 3/4 of the global surface is full of water, but only 1% of the total water is usable, or it is fresh water. And out of that 1%, 70% of it is underground, is groundwater. And whatever water is available, 26%, and most of the water flows in the rivers and drains. So it is very scarce and volatile resource of the nature. So WATCO is taking all steps for maintaining sustainable maintenance of the freshwater. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Pradipta. I think it's great to know that in the field of water management, Odisha is doing some great work. And when we talk of digital, uh, I would like to come to our next speaker, Mr. Sanjay Kumar Srivastava. Mr. Sanjay, you are CEO of Skill Development Institute of Bhubaneswar. I think it was last year inaugurated by Honorable Chief Minister, if I'm right. Uh, Skill development makes a very important place in the development of the youth of any state, and any state's youth makes an important place in the development of the state. So, and when we talk about skilling, I think skilling at the digital side is very important. And first of all, I'll request you to share your experience of because I was reading somewhere that skill development, even the youth of Odisha, during the COVID days also, there were the state, there were jobs which were on stake of people, and people, the skilling was still going on. I was reading some article. So I just wanted to know that what was the experience during the COVID-19 period, and what are the activities which you are doing for the skilling of the youth of the state, adhering to the global standards, to facilitate the industrial growth in the state as well. Mr. Sanjay.
Yeah, thank you, Kartik, for having me in the team. Presence of other faculty, other panelists here. Probably I am the newest on the block. I joined just on first of this month. Okay. I come from Indian Oil Corporation. So I am a chief general manager there, and this institute basically Indian Oil is managing. So that's how I got posted here as CEO. So I'm still on the learning curve, but nevertheless, since I got this opportunity, I thought about it that it's a good point to connect with other eminent members in Odisha. That's how I accepted this. So first of all, let me, because other industry segments are very well understood. Like Mr. Poonia is representing industrial promotion and then industrial development. Mr. WATCO, Mr. Swain is there from WATCO. Skill development, this institute, if I can take you back a little bit to the genesis of it, when this Skill India mission got launched in 2015. So against that backdrop, there was a MOU between Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas and Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. And that is how, this idea came that, oil PSUs under the MOPNG aegis, they should set up a, totally world-class institute here in Bhubaneswar. And under the leadership of then Minister Honorable Dharmendra Pradhanji, this idea took shape. So we started in a small way in a small campus at Mancheshwar and Bhubaneswar, which was just a half-acre campus. And this institute, you also referred to, we came here in August last year when it was dedicated to nation. It's a sprawling, 46.5-acre campus given to us by state government of Odisha. Now, the issue here is that, why we need this type of institute. We have a lot of engineering colleges, diploma, polytechnics are there, ITIs are there, where the students are passing out in various trades. But what is found and why this whole idea about Skill India is that they lack all the, employable skills. They all have some qualification, all right. But the hands-on experience to, straightway get into some job role in any industry is really missing. And that is how, we have a, promoting company, total 8. Indian Oil, Bharat Petroleum, Hindustan Petroleum, ONGC, Gas Authority India Limited, All India, all these have pooled their resources to set up this campus, and it is managed by Indian Oil. Now, here the strength is we have all the, state-of-art facilities, because this institute we are running in partnership with industry members. Companies like Siemens, Schneider, or Kempi in welding. So they have set up their center of excellences, and there the equipment is all up to date and state of art. After training on these systems, actually, the students can straightway get into employment market. So that is how, this institute started. Now, if I have to talk about Odisha, now Odisha is a state where, again, like overall India also, we all talk of demographic dividend, where, the people in productive age group are much more than, other less productive age categories. So Odisha is also that state where there is a huge, if I can talk, there is a population of 4.7 crore, out of which 1.7 crore is youth. Okay, and again, if I take off employable people, so there, almost 1/3 of it is what we call in need category. Not in employment, not in education, not in training. That's a sizable population, and that is where we need to put a lot of focus on skill building so that these youth gets the right set of training and also make themselves ready for the employment market. So this is the objective of Skill Development Institute at Bhubaneswar, that skilling youth and enhancing livelihood. That's our motto: skilling youth and enhancing livelihood. And if I talk of digital interventions, now again all the manufacturing activities is going on towards digital way. You talk of computer-aided design, computer-aided engineering, computer-aided manufacturing, process design, computer-aided test simulation, robotics. So we have all these programs here. So we are actually training our students, and of course our catchment area remains Odisha and eastern part of the country. While we are open to anybody applying against these courses from anywhere in the country, but we primarily currently focus on Odisha. And in a small, humble way, so far we have close to 3,000 students is what we have trained so far. And good thing is that we have a very high success rate with placement. Close to 90% students we are able to place, because ours is not a simple skill training issue. We work in a mode where it is outcome based. And outcome means either you get a job or you get into your self-employment by way of entrepreneurship. So that is the, I would say, distinguishing part of SDI Bhubaneswar, that we don't only focus on training. There are a lot of training institutes all over the country, but there again, what is the missing link? That they don't have the right set of infrastructure for hands-on training and making them industry ready. And that is where skills like institute like SDIB, many more such skill development institutes to actually cater to the country's requirement for skill development and making them employed.
Thank you, Mr. Sanjay. And I think employability is very important for the even in the industrial development of a particular state. Mr. Poonia, may I request you to just throw some light? You talked about a lot of investment coming to the state, and state is also trying to fetch a lot of investment. I think along with the investment, do you think generation of employment is also one of the key things which a state can look at when the investment comes? So do you have any target or any sort of planning to generate more and more employment also through these investments in the state?
So thank you. I think the ultimate objective of the investment is to provide gainful employment. And as Mr. Srivastava was saying, that youth must be industry ready. So whatever opportunities exist, they can grab. So as I mentioned in my initial remark also, that now because of, again, I will refer to Mr. Srivastava, that because of digital way, because of automation, the large industries, their employment generation per rupee invested is very less. But for MSME and few sectors, apart from mineral wealth, 11% of water resource of the country and youth, I think that youth is and skilled youth, skilled in Odisha. I think we also have Odisha Skill Development Authority and a very good state-of-art World Skill Center. And over the years, in top 100 ITIs, 11 are from Odisha. And in the last World Skill Championship, I think almost our students or our youth, they cornered, I think, around half of medals in different categories. So skilling, investment, and the employment generation, I think they go hand in hand, and they are required. If there are no skilled manpower, then investment will, in many sectors, will not come, where we don't have that much of natural advantage. So as I mentioned that it's apparel, textile, the food processing, and now the warehousing, assembly and all that. So large number of people, especially women, are engaged, and we are promoting and we are getting, because ease of doing business, because cost of doing business is very attractive in the state of Orissa, apart from power, water, land and other incentives provided by our industrial policy. So that is our ultimate aim, is to employ all eligible skilled youth, and for that we are trying that more and more investment in sectors where the employment generation potential is more.
Yes, if I can just add, 6 of the medal winners at national skills, they trained in our institute. Bootcamp
That's
training
very
was held
nice.
here.
So we are
Yeah,
one team.
So we are collaborator actually.
Yeah. I have
Yes,
heard
Kartik, go
about
ahead.
your institute. I think it's very good.
Please do visit, sir. Actually,
Yeah,
we would
sure.
like to showcase our institute to all our partners in Odisha.
Yeah, sure.
No, that's great. I think industrial development and skilling goes hand in hand, and I think two stakeholders present here are also already partnering. I think it is grateful, the great effort from the state government. When we talk about skilling definitely empowers a human to add on to the skills, is always empowering them. And Mr. Swain, when we talk about people and even this concept of drinking water management and the management of these our drinking water supply assets is also depends a lot on people, on the community. So how do you involve the community to ensure this drinking water resources management? Can you share some initiatives?
As I told earlier, that this community participation in management of a drinking water system is very essential, because our service provider, we are for the public, for the citizens. And if they work as our partner, it becomes easy for us for managing the system. Therefore, the government of Odisha has taken a decision to select the women members from self-help groups of the locality as our Jalsathis. So we have engaged the Jalsathis recruited from the self-help groups on incentive basis. So they are managing the water supply system. So they are from the community. So the community management is now has become very popular, not only in Odisha, it has been highly praised by the government of India. And apart from these community members from the SHG groups, now we have gone beyond that. We have engaged about 31 transgender persons, transgender community in management of water supply system to manage 8 MLU water treatment plant in Pratapnagar, Kotta. So again, we are going to, you might have seen in Bhubaneswar, we have constructed about some water kiosks. So we are going to give the maintenance, annual maintenance of these water kiosks by these transgender groups. So we are slowly moving forward for involving the communities in water supply management. It becomes easier for us. So the grievances of the public also comes to us by them. So water quality is also regulated by them. We have given them test kits. They go to the households, they test the water samples every day and they get the result. So water quality is controlled. So public health is controlled. We are public health engineers. We are preventive doctors. We prevent waterborne diseases. So doctors come after. So we are in the preventive side, doctors are in the curative side. So we take all care. So we are providing DFT. DFT means the quality is drink from tap quality. That means you can drink directly from the tap without any further treatment. So that quality we ensure. It conforms to the IS standard 10,500. So, so the community involvement has helped us. We are they are a very important. They play a very important role and to bring the communications from the public to us so that we can improve ourselves. So what are the flaws with us that we can know, so we can improve ourselves. So in that, the Odisha is the only state for community involvement in drinking water supply. Other states now they are going to follow. Recently, a team from Karnataka government came. So the secretary of the urban development department of UP also came with his team. They also highly praised this community involvement by Jal Sathis. So they are going also to adopt this method. So I think WATCO is the pioneer in community involvement of in drinking water supply system. Thank you, sir.
Great to know that, Mr. Swain. Mr. Srivastava, I would like to request you to throw some light on the placement side. Do you plan to prepare the placement opportunities for the students?
Oh, yes, as I told you, basically, we are working in close coordination with industry, and our industry partner actually, they are very, very close to the market. Actually, what are the type of skill sets? So that is where, I'll just tell you, we have currently a Center of Excellence with the Siemens, and then Schneider, then Kempi. Now, if I talk of Siemens, now we have, courses for process design engineer, computer-aided test executive, robotic programming, designer mechanical, CNC programming. Similarly, with Schneider, we have a lot of, electrical and automation and energy management courses like building management system operation, CCTV technology. This will be one of the centers where you can actually see robotic welding here. So, and these are the, fine aspects of skill like welding, many people do. But today, manufacturing sector, particularly if you take example, automobile sector, they are all moving towards automized processes and, robotized welding and all. And there are very few centers where actually, these guys can get trained. And ours is a, totally philanthropic initiative as of now. So basically, we take students and just a small token fee and all their boarding, lodging, training costs, uniform, everything is funded by the institute. Okay, so for all these courses, and the qualification is ranging from say ITI to even engineering graduates. Because again, like ITI diploma colleges, even engineering colleges are so many number, but again, they pass out with, lacking the real expertise for making them employable in the industry. So it's a 4-month duration, 6-month duration courses, which they do here and through their industry partner. And we also have, a training partner in the form of NTTF. So they have a close linkage with industry members. Once they complete the courses, they come and take the students. I'll just tell you, just 2 days ago, we have completed a batch of CRM program. Now, CRM is an exclusively girls program. Okay. Out of 29, you'll be happy to know that 26 have got placement. 9 of them have joined yesterday in Kolkata, few in Bhubaneswar, and 4 are traveling to Bangalore to join the course. So, I mean, that makes you so happy that, now these girls will have their own financial independence and livelihood by virtue of undergoing these courses. And our, institute, it not only focuses on presentation, because these are few other areas where actually these pass out students lack. They might have some bit of technical knowledge, but how to present themselves in the market in terms of communication skill, presentation, which comes here for 1 week and impart all these necessary training skills to our students. So we are actually preparing the students in a very, very holistic way. And then digital literacy is a very compulsory component of all the students. They must all be computer savvy, because without that today in any field, you can't really work. So that's the, way SDIB in a humble way. I would not say we are a very big institute, but yes, facilities and all are world class, coordination in the industry, and that helps the students to get their placement.
Thank you, Mr. Sanjay. And I think we get a great idea from the 3 very important stakeholders of industrial development, and I think it was a great discussion on innovations these public sector units are taking in terms of developing the economy and infrastructure of Odisha. And thank you so much, eminent panelists, for joining us in this panel discussion. I would like to thank you. And here we close the discussion.
Thank you so much. Even though it was a curtailed discussion, I enjoyed it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you everyone for such an interesting and insightful discussion. Let's see what's more to unfold in the next session.